So hi everyone, welcome to yet another live from THiNC Institute of Design. So before I continue, host, am I clearly audible?
Yes, are you audible?
Okay, thank you so much. So hi everyone again, welcome to another live from THiNC Institute of Design. So yesterday, the JEE paper 2 BARC session was over, and that was the last and final session. So this year there was two sessions. One was on June, and also the second session was on July. That was on yesterday. So the two sessions are over. So now it's time for waiting for the result. The first session result has not yet published, and also we have that little bit confusion also. So today in this session, we will be analyzing the JEE paper 2 BARC question paper, which has been conducted yesterday. So it will be a general analysis on the question paper. So how was the question? So how was the examination? Was it tough or easy or medium? So what were the questions which has been asked in the examination, and how was that comparing to the last session? So in detail we will discuss such kind of things in this session. So without any delay we can start. So after the JEE paper 2, the second session, the BARC paper, we have conducted a poll in our Telegram discussion group. So what we have been inquired was how was the JEE paper 2 session, the yesterday's one. So majority has voted for medium. So it can be concluded like the JEE paper 2 session was on the medium side according to our polls. So in general, so how was the JEE paper 2 session? You can also comment on the chat box how was the JEE paper 2 session for you guys also. Please comment it on the comment section. How was the yesterday's JEE paper 2? You can also paper 2 session, and please let us know how was the session. And yes, from the poll it has been identified that the paper 2 session was on the medium level. So after hearing reviews from our students, what we have got is comparing to the first session, the second session was a little bit on the easier side. Again, the examination, when we consider it as a single, it was definitely on the medium level, but comparing to the first session, yet it was a little bit easier side. So as usual, yes, the mathematics part is always a a nightmare for you. Always the mathematics section for JEE. So again, according to a general review, the mathematics section, the part A of the JEE paper 2 examination, the maths section was quite tough. But again, aptitude was really easy. Every year the aptitude section will be quite easy. Again, this time also the aptitude part was quite easy, and also all the non-verbal question was easy to solve also. I think from the reviews what we have got is the options of the non-verbal reasoning, image figure based question. So the options were quite identifiable, because earlier it was quite confusing to opt between the option, but this time the option was also a little bit clear. So the non-verbal question was also easy to solve. So also there was questions from the previous year question paper also, and this time that was some quite surprising element, like Indian history based questions were there in the aptitude part. So last year's or generally in JEE paper 2 section, most of the questions come from architectural awareness part, like monuments related, architects related, or building parts, or building materials. So such kind of questions were expected. But again, this time an Indian history based question was there, I think last year and also this year. So there were some quite interesting questions, the architectural awareness and also the non-verbal reasoning part. They have been adding some quite a different question also, and they are just breaking the pattern. So we can see some interesting different category of question in the aptitude part, whether it's non-verbal, whether it's architectural awareness. So there are some quite different which we have been seen so far. So the drawing section was also quite easier comparing to the first session. So that is the general review on the second JEE paper 2 the BARC examination. So one by one we will look into each and every subject. So what were the question asked, and yeah, we will start with the architectural awareness and GK part, which has been included in the aptitude section. So questions like, I think majority of the questions come from the monuments related or architects related questions. So Red Fort was commissioned by who? So such kind of questions were there, and also documentary related. I think this documentary related questions were repeatedly asked. I think in the last year also, and also in the session one also, there were questions related to film related or documentary related or book related questions related to architects. I think in the upcoming JEE examinations on the next year, you can also expect such kind of question, I guess. So this is an added one. I think in the last, when 2 years back, such kind of questions were not there, but they have added these kind of questions nowadays, like documentary, film, books related. So this time also there was a question related to a documentary of an architect, and also one question was, which among the following is not an architectural award, and also who is the author of Green and Red, and Agra Fort is constructed by whom, and Shaking Minarets located in which place. Bihu festival related question is also getting included. Like Bihu festival is celebrated in which state, and this is the one which I have been mentioning, the Indian history based question. So which year Rowlatt Act was passed? So this question, I think most of you has not expected such kind of question related to Rowlatt Act or the Indian history. So it was quite surprising. Other almost all questions were related to the architecture, or like what is a vernacular architecture, full form of NRCP, the unit of sound absorption. So inlay work on marble in Taj Mahal is called. And also, yes, actually in every JEE paper to question paper, we can expect a match the following question. This time also there was a match the following question. The building name and the architect in order to match that, and also marble inlay work used in Taj Mahal. So such kind of questions were asked in the aptitude section related to architectural awareness and also the GK part. Okay, so next thing we will be moving on to the non-verbal part. I think that was the most scoring area of the JEE paper 2 examination, the non-verbal reasoning in the aptitude section. So definitely JEE is following a pattern in the non-verbal reasoning section. I think we can already expect some category of question in every JEE paper 2 examination as usual. The projection question like plan based or front view, side view, or different views and 3D object. So such kind of question, yeah, definitely you can expect. So this year also there was a question, there was questions from this particular section. And I think like I have mentioned earlier, the options were easily identifiable. So quite easy to identify the question, and there was no confusion. So that was the peculiarity of this time JEE aptitude section, that especially the non-verbal reasoning part. Okay, so that was the non-verbal reasoning. I think almost from the review from our students, almost uh, they got. I think only they haven't attended any 2 or 3 or 4 such kind of question, but almost all questions were attended from the aptitude or the non-verbal reasoning part. Okay, so after that, then another important section is the drawing part. So I think the rendering category of question has been included in the JEE paper 2 from last year onwards. So before that, the rendering category was not included. These from last year onwards, they have included rendering type questions. Then again, this time also there was rendering related question. So like you have to use a black and white rendering technique. There they will show you, they will give you an image. This time it was a portrait of an old lady. So again, you have to render this particular image in proportion. And again, the drawing question has two choices. So there were two questions. Each question have two choices. You can either attempt any of these. So one was black and white rendering of a given image, and the second, the other choice was to decode the same reference picture and create a composition. Again, this category of question was a sure question. We have been expected the rendering kind of questions. So yes, there was asked, that was asked. And another important category of question is the scene drawing question, like perspective related question or scene drawing questions, and also the 3D composition. So this time also there was question like draw a food street you have visited and color it. So that was the question. So again, the scene drawing, and also based on 3D composition, create a 3D composition by using the reference picture as a plan and colored using warm colors. So definitely you have to know the color schemes in order to attempt the question. So what are warm colors? So what are the colors you can be used in this composition? So definitely the question has been expected. So every time composition related, whether it's 2D or 3D composition related question is definitely a sure question. Then scene drawing and also the rendering category was also expected this time. So, so that was in detail about the subject-wise analysis. So again, I am just go through the general review. So the examination was quite on the medium level when we analyzed the poll and compared it to the first session. Second session was a little bit on the easier side. So again, the questions from maths section was quite tough. Aptitude section was quite easy. Uh, and also the drawing section was also easier comparing to the first session. So that is the general review on the uh, second session of the JEE. So if there is any kind of question, yes, I can see on the comment box, like Chitra Gupta has been commented last time there was a documentary related question. Yes, there was. And also, yes, RDS also has been mentioned, non-verbal was quite easy as compared to the last JEE2 examination. Yes. So yeah, so the general review is like that also. So so guys, if you are having any kind of queries, yes, definitely you can comment it on the chat box. Definitely our team will answer your doubts and queries. So that's the end of this analysis video. Also, you can comment on the chat box your review on the examination. So how was it for you and what are your expectations? Definitely we are waiting for the results. First session is not yet published the results, and also second session is also over. So again we are waiting for the results. So I hope most of you will be. So the JEE paper 2 season is over, and one more NATA examination is again going to happen on the August 7th, the last and final NATA examination, and some of you might be preparing for the NATA examination also. So THiNC in-store design is also starting its final crash batch on NATA course, which will be a 6-day duration, a short-term course. So it will start on 1st August. So if you wish to join that particular crash batch, so definitely you can go for it. So you can see the contact details. You can definitely contact the number, and also you can comment on the chat box for further details also. So do call on the contact number for further queries also. So yeah, so that's it from our side. So again, thank you everyone. Thank you so much. Definitely, if you are having any kind of queries, please do type it in on the comment box. So thank you so much, and good night.